Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
What was the first movie you ever saw in a movie theater? Or was it in a movie theater? Which one do you remember seeing? Well, for me, I remember watching The Rescuers, the Disney cartoon, at a drive-in theater. I remember that one. I remember seeing Star Wars with my father. He's my father. We did not rule the galaxy, however. But I've been going to movie theaters all my life, even these days. Even though I've got fantastic home equipment that would allow me to watch a variety of media in the comfort of this chair or my couch, there's still a place for the movie theater. However, I think it needs to change, adapt, certainly evolve from where it's at today. It seems to get more and more expensive with every passing year. And I went the other night to a movie with Ponzi for date night and was just kind of blown away at the price. And granted, we got out of the house for a little while, but geez, it was so expensive. Could movie theaters really afford to do that? I mean, I'm just as willing to almost wait for the movie to be released on some other form of media rather than having to go to the theater. I mean, there's certainly some exceptions to these rules. It's a summer blockbuster. As Guru Meditation noted in the chat room, movie theaters are in danger. Their business model puts them between diametrically opposed forces, the movie studios and the public. Whenever people decry the high cost of movies, someone like me comes along and explains that most theaters see 5% or 10% of the ticket sales if they're lucky due to their arrangements with the studios, which is why snacks cost so much. So the chat room at live.pirillo.com came up with 5 ideas for the future of the movie theater, and as I read through these, you may have some thoughts of your own of how you'd like to see movie theaters evolve, if you'd like to see them evolve, or possibly you'd want to see them disappear. The first thing I'd like to see is free food. Now, I know that that's how they make their money, but maybe that's not the only way they can make their money. If given a choice between seeing a movie at a theater and fighting everything that I have to fight with at a typical movie theater, am I going to get a good seat? Is it going to be a good screen? Are the speakers going to be too loud? Is it too cold? I mean, all these issues that you have to think about, beyond the fact that the ticket price is almost as much as it would cost to own a DVD if you waited. Well, free food is a way to get people in, that's for sure. A free popcorn night or a free soda night, it's worth a shot. Another one we thought about is an option for a discount license. So it's going to get to the point where the release of a DVD is going to get closer and closer to the release of that movie in theaters, to the point where they're likely going to get released on the same day. So imagine if you went to a movie and saw the movie, and after the movie was concluded, you took your ticket, your stub, and you could buy that DVD or that media, or let's say at that point, you just buy the license for it so that you can have it on your computer or whatever, but you get a discount on it, like 20%, 30% or whatever. I mean, it's worth a shot as an upsell, isn't it? Another thing we thought about, aroma and audience ambiance. I think that if scents were involved in movies, certainly, movies that would, necessitate some type of scent production, that would likely get me to go to the theater for that kind of experience, because that's not something I'm likely to have at home. In a related note, number 4, force feedback seats. I mean, the only kind of force feedback I get on my seat is when I move it around, and that's just, it's not really a force feedback thing. So, certainly, bringing the movie off the screen and into the actual audience is something that people thought would help for the future of the movie theater. And the last one, interaction. Like, choose your own ending. So, imagine if you had a theater of people, and it was full to the brim, just overflowing. And you got to the end of the movie, and then it kind of stopped or whatever. It said, well, would you rather have it in this way, or which one? And then just based on a noise level, ah, woo, ah, or whatever, the ending of the movie would be different. Be kind of cool to have that kind of interaction. And yeah, I guess you can say, well, you can have the same thing on a DVD, but it's not the same without that social interaction. And that, I think, is where most of the future of the movie theater is sitting, is inside the social. That's the reason why we still go out to the movies, to get out of the house, as well as just to see other human beings, other than through this little screen that might be in front of you right now, with other people. Oh, what? Banning chips? You don't get rid of my Sour Patch Kids. That's like, it's Washington state law. So, what are your thoughts as to the future of movie theaters? My email address is chris@pirillo.com. Of course, you're also welcome to leave a comment, specifically on the corresponding blog post for this video at chris.pirillo.com. And you're also welcome to stop by our chat room, where we're typically talking tech throughout the day, sometimes talking about my tech nightmares and dreams and the future of how technology can interplay with these other things in our lives. And then you got to let me know what the first movie you ever saw was. I'm really interested in hearing that, just to gauge the age of this particular audience. Anyway, if you want to join us in the chat room, we're live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.